Domestic violence. You've been accused of it. Are you going to lose your custody case? Or domestic violence, you're accusing your ex-partner or ex-spouse? Are you going to have a slam dunk win? Yeah, it depends. Sometimes it will. I'm Jim Kraayeveld, lead attorney at Kraayeveld Family Law, and I've been doing this for about 30 years. Michigan Compiled Law Section 722.23 Factor K, which is one of the 11 factors, best interest factors that a judge has to look at when deciding custody, says domestic violence, regardless of whether the violence was directed against or witnessed by the child, is a factor that the court has to look at. So, the court's going to look at, was there abuse in the family, and did it create physical or emotional harm for the child? That's going to be probably the biggest impact. There are different types of abuse. Some of you know about the wheel. There's going to be control of physical abuse, emotional abuse, sexual abuse, financial abuse. And you can look at that wheel, and the court system will look at all of those things. But the biggest ones, of course, are physical abuse. Was there violence in the home? Did anybody get hurt? Was there pushing, shoving, hitting, wounding? And again, if the kids are aware of it, or they actually see it, it's going to be a bigger impact on the court's decision and how much they weigh this one factor. The question is, were third parties in the home victims of this abuse? Again, the court's going to look at all of that. There's emotional abuse. Was there a lot of screaming, yelling, name-calling? And again, was it directed at just the parents at each other, or by one parent against the other parent, or was it even directed at the kids? Those are all things that the court system is going to look at. Sexual abuse, of course, is a very large factor that, if, again, it applies to this family, the court's going to look at that. And that can even lead to suspended parenting time, supervised parenting time, let alone, of course, affecting a custody matter. The court's going to look at, has there been a history of abuse and neglect? Was CPS involved? So, if you're going to be putting together your case, you're going to have to supply the court with evidence eventually. Are there police reports? Are there PPOs that one of the parties filed? Are there work incident reports? Are there CPS reports? But just remember, there are, of course, rules of evidence that apply to the introducing of evidence. You've got to authenticate the documentation and get it admitted if it isn't hearsay. Do you maybe have to call witnesses, etc.? If it's just documentation, you may have to subpoena the keeper of records. These, again, are all the intricacies, of course, that your attorney can do for you because that's what they went to school for and hopefully have the experience of knowing how to do that. So, if both parents were involved with issues of screaming, yelling, hitting each other, and there was a lot of, I'll say, equal domestic violence, what can you do to help yourself out when you do get to trial? Can you mitigate the damage that you've done or the mistakes that you've made? Are you getting counseling? Are you in anger management classes, or have you completed them? Are you attending AA if it was fueled by alcohol? These are all the things that you can do to at least get ready to go to trial if you were one of the people that was involved with actually being the perpetrator of domestic violence. If you're the victim of domestic violence, have you been journaling? Do you keep records of the incidences of when it happened? Have you compiled police reports? Did you file a PPO, etc.? Now, there are cases when people are falsely accused because everybody knows this is a hot button. If you have been falsely accused, you may have to file a motion to get experts involved to do an investigation. You may have to, if there's some kind of an order based on a false accusation, you may have to file a motion to either set it aside or to modify it. Again, these are all things that you need to have an experienced attorney help you with. If you have more questions, we're always here to help. Give us a call. Until next time, thank you.